Similar to this with mass casualty events that potentially could be terrorism, that they are, very, very good at dealing with these incidents and respond very, very quickly.
I want to bring in Tom Fuentes, our law enforcement analyst who's been with us on the phone from the beginning. Excuse me, I just learned he's not with us. So let me ask you, James Galliano, since you're here, we're hearing now about this potential stabbing. Eyewitnesses say at least 2 people were stabbed in this Borough Market not far from London Bridge. We're hearing from the eyewitness on London Bridge that there were several people who were mowed over by a van. We also hear from that same eyewitness there were sounds of gunfire. As you're putting these different pieces together from a law enforcement perspective, how do you handle a situation where it sounds like there could be multiple scenes?
Sure. Well, to understand this is the model that we're seeing right now, where there's one event, and that first event could either be a distraction or it could be a mass casualty event, which this appears to be both. Then while law enforcement, while their vision, while their focus is on the actual site, that's when a second or third tertiary site occur. And there are 2 schools of thought here. One is that sometimes the terrorists want to have the responding law enforcement folks, the first responders, get caught up in another secondary device or a secondary attack. And another is just the distraction itself that allows them then to work unimpeded in a second location. Hard to say this early in the process, Anna, but it looks textbook.
Walk me through the priorities of the investigators right now.
Absolutely. Okay, the steps are like this. First of all, crisis resolution. Stop the loss of life, stop the damage to property, okay? Those 2 things first and foremost. That's crisis resolution. The consequence management piece is the second piece. What if there were some chemicals used or there's an unexploded bomb somewhere else? Those are things that you can basically set up a perimeter, contain the scene, and then work it slowly and methodically. And third, and no less important, is to make sure that you collect all the human intelligence and all the signal intelligence, meaning if there's any video cameras that are set up, if there's eyewitnesses to it, any of those things that you can piece together to put together basically the pieces to the puzzle to help solve this. Solving the crime is secondary. We're going to get these guys. That's what we do. The first thing is to make sure there are no more events in that area and there are no more other events in the surrounding area that this event was used as a distraction.
Would you be worried there are multiple suspects out there?
Absolutely. Even though